I would also like to issue a welcome to all of you and just tell you how pleased we are to be inducting these new students into the National Honor Society. It really is a momentous occasion this evening. We are going to have 4 students then who will come, each in the order of your program, who will light a candle and talk about that area of each of the 4 areas we recognize the National Honor Society as being crucial for good, solid leadership. So I will begin by lighting the white candle, and then after that each of the students in order will come. Be Lisa Dollinger, Haley Isaacs, who is also the chairperson for our steering committee for the National Honor Society, Jeff Britton, and then Lauren Ashley Solomon in that order.
As I light the yellow candle, I light the candle of scholarship. I'd like to begin by quoting the wise King Solomon from Proverbs 2:6-10. The Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity, guarding the paths of justice and watching over the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you all tonight. I can't believe how quickly time has flown from the nervous excitement of our very first day of high school to the confident camaraderie as we near the end of our time at CVCA. All too soon, whether it be this year or the next, each of us will go our separate ways and continue down the path of God's calling for our lives. However, the scholarship you've demonstrated to get into the National Honor Society doesn't end when you walk out of these doors for the last time. To me, scholarship is not just about your academic achievement. It's about constantly striving for improvement, taking full advantage of every opportunity, and the personal satisfaction from a job well done. True scholarship done for the right reasons and with the right attitude is how we can glorify God by our work in this moment. Your grades are not your identity, but neither should you neglect them. God has richly gifted you with the capability for greatness, so his expectations for you might exceed those for anyone else. The first step towards bringing your heart in line with God's will is to examine your motivation for high achievement. Our GPA, future college scholarships, advanced degrees, or respective jobs that we may one day earn will not grant us salvation, but we know the one who will. The reason I'm standing up here, the reason there are so many loving faces in the audience, and the reason you're being inducted to the National Honor Society tonight is because we glorify God with our work in the area of scholarship. And here at CVCA, it is not just the world's wisdom we seek, for the wisdom of the world and all earthly knowledge looks alarmingly minuscule in the face of eternity. Paul wrote in his first letter to the Corinthians, "Among the mature we do impart wisdom, although it is not a wisdom of this age or of the rulers of this age who are bound to pass away, but we impart a secret and hidden wisdom of God, which God decreed before the ages for our glory, things God has revealed to us through the Spirit. These spiritual truths are worth more to us than any accolades the world can give us. And after all, the school encourages such growth. CVCA's singular atmosphere of both intellectual and spiritual development intertwined allows us freedom to excel in academics while constructing a strong foundation of theology to build on throughout the rest of our lives. One of our greatest assets here is the teachers. They want you to succeed, and I know that each and every one of you can do just that. Don't be afraid to aim high and follow what God is calling you to do. It's not just the teachers that can impact us, though. I heard a phrase in chapel 2 or 3 years ago that's stuck with me since. Praise leads to pride, pride leads to sin, and sin leads to death. You can't prevent people from praising you. In fact, many congratulations are due tonight for your well-earned, hard-won National Honor Society induction. What you can do is praise God more than others praise you. The humility of a leader begins with an honest assessment of oneself and surrender of heart, God-given gifts, and hard work in every area to God's purposes for one's life. Your talents and abilities are a blessing, but they're also your call to action, to live a meaningful life and impact those around you. Sometimes you might look around and say, why am I working so hard when everyone else around me gets by so easily? The answer to this is that God requires a unique level of righteous living from those he has called to be his leaders. Your scholarship is a lifelong skill, a gift that God has given for you to use wisely, honor him with, and to build up his kingdom. I know that every one of you can and will do great things for the kingdom, and many already have. In any job you do, whether directly related to ministry or not, maybe at school, work, or someday in the professional world, both future endeavors and your life right now, you will have opportunities to use your scholarship and its results as a platform to serve and provide for others from what God has granted you. I encourage everyone here tonight, in your time remaining at CVCA, take full advantage of our wonderful resources. Serve the people that God places in your heart, and continue glorifying God as his humble servant, especially in the area of scholarship. Thank you.